So Philips actually have a 144Hz gaming monitor, and this is it, the 242GS. It's 1080p, and well, stick around for the full review. Check out our website at TechteamGB.co.uk for more info on both this and many other products, and also up-to-date news on all things tech. Stick around for this awesome video. So Philips aren't renowned for their 144Hz gaming monitors, and that's kind of shown off in this product. To me, this one feels like an office monitor that's had a 144Hz panel put in and the admittedly good-looking red stripe across the front, and then shipped as a gaming monitor. Now, to take a look at the general aesthetic, as you can see, the most gaming feature about it is that red stripe. Otherwise, it's basically just a nicely adjustable monitor with sort of decent bezels and obviously that 144Hz 24-inch 1080p panel in the middle. It's not the thickest or thinnest monitor in any stretch, very middle of the road. It also has all the adjustments you'd expect, including rotation, pivot, height adjust, tilt, and you can also turn it to portrait mode as well. Generally speaking, as I said, this one isn't the most high-tech, and the general aesthetic is basically matte everywhere, which is nice, but does leave fingerprints, as you can see here. Which isn't necessarily a problem, but just thought I'd point it out. You also get the standard menu buttons on the bottom right, and you even get an add-on kind of menu device that you can sort of remote type thing you can use to navigate the menus, although I did find that the actual button presses didn't register a lot of the time. Now in terms of the rear area, you get two HDMI ports, a DVI-D port, a VGA port, a display port, and the mini USB port for the sort of remote. You also get a kettle lead in and a hardware power switch on the side. You also get the a 4-port USB 3 hub, which has the downlink port on the actual side of the monitor, which feels a bit strange to me. You can also remove the monitor quite easily from the stand to reveal the VESA mount just by pushing the button. Now, the general gaming experience in this isn't too bad. I actually had a problem with DisplayPort where if you plugged in via DisplayPort, I wasn't able to use the 144Hz options. I was stuck at 60, which to me is quite annoying, obviously kind of deteriorating from it being a 144Hz monitor. I also experienced a lot of tearing. You may not be able to see it here because this is a 30Hz video and 30Hz recording, but I did get a screenshot which actually shows quite badly how affected this monitor is. And as you can see, there's 3 frames drawn at any one time on the screen here. You've got one just at the top, which you can see is very different. You have a very clear line in the middle, and then you have the next frame that's on the bottom. With Unigine, it didn't seem to be as bad, but as I said, the general experience of this really isn't the best I've seen so far, and FreeSync or G-Sync would be an amazing addition to this monitor to make it a more worthwhile gaming kind of, as I said, monitor. Generally speaking, as I said, it's not my favourite by far, and I'm just going to go into the pros and cons, the awards, and all that sort of stuff in just a second, but yeah, it's quite an interesting one, and hard to toe the line on this one, I think. So as with all TechteamGB reviews, I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can, and that is because I'm not the biggest fan of this monitor. I'm not saying it's a terrible monitor. It does have a good I/O. It does also have 144Hz going for it, and it's 24 inches at 1080p, which is kind of the prime 1080p size. And it does have all the kind of movement range you would expect. But that's kind of where the pros end and the cons begin. For me, the cons are such that you don't get the best sort of experience as a gamer, because you get a lot of tearing, a lot more than any other monitor I've seen. Also, you get the kind of viewing angles of a TM panel, but kind of really not that great, where side to side it's actually pretty good, but if you're looking from above or below, it really isn't the best. Also, I had an issue with the I/O where when using DisplayPort, I wasn't actually able to run at 144Hz, which kind of defeats the purpose of 144Hz display with DisplayPort. It looks like you can only use DVI. Now, in terms of just general build quality, personally it feels quite cheap, with the kind of movement and stuff feeling quite sort of juddery, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that because I've reviewed so many 144Hz monitors recently, including like the AOC G2460, which I currently still use and is on my desk right now, and things like the Asus RG Swift, which I know is a different category, but it's still obviously a 144Hz monitor. It's just the Philips one feels like it's a few steps below kind of that pile, and it's almost a disadvantage that I reviewed the sort of really amazing ones first. But that being said, as if you do end up with one for some reason, you won't be too disappointed, as it is 144Hz and it is, you know, 1080p, good size. But you know, for overall, would I buy one? I really wouldn't recommend it personally. In terms of scoring, it's going to get a 3 for 5 for money because of the just general you know, the fact that you can get better alternatives with G-Sync and FreeSync like the AOC one. For a very similar price. Also, it's going to get a 3 for performance because of the tearing and that sort of stuff. Just being really quite bad. It's also going to get a 3 for functionality as well because the DisplayPort not really working. Also, a lot of the things feel very kind of added on at the last minute as opposed to built-in features like the USB hub on the side. I don't really understand why there's 4 USB 3 ports and why the downlink port is on the side as well. It should be on the bottom because when you turn the display to portrait mode, the downlink port will actually be at the top and we'll have to run an extra, you know, foot or so for the cable to actually get to your PC, which just, as I said, feels more like an afterthought than a built-in feature. Also, that remote type thing feels quite cheap and almost tacky, and very hard to actually get, you know, tactile presses. And actually even just register button presses was quite difficult. In terms of style, it's also going to get a 3 because personally it feels like an office monitor that's had a 144Hz panel and a red stripe across the front and then shipped as a gaming monitor. It really doesn't feel like Philips' area of expertise, and it isn't, but you know, it really doesn't feel like that's their wheelhouse. Also, it's going to get a 3 for TechteamGB score as well. As I said, it really isn't the best monitor out there. I would definitely recommend checking out some of the AOC G2460, the FreeSync or G-Sync editions, which are now available. Check that out if you're looking for a 24-inch 144Hz monitor. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video and kind of understood where I'm trying to get at with this one. If you want to check out some of our other videos, check them out there. If you want to check out or buy any tech and you're in the UK, check out Yo-Yo Tech, as they're pretty awesome for that. And also check out our worldwide links down below. Also, social media, so Facebook and Twitter for pictures and videos, and you know, when videos come out, you can actually be notified. Also, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoy these honest videos, feel free to like and leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of the video, the monitor, the honesty, or life. How's life going for you? Let me know. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next video. Negative reviews are always really hard because I'm always trying to kind of toe the line between being brutally honest and just not being a dick. Because while I want to be honest with you guys and I really don't want to come across as biased in any way, I also don't want to offend the guys who, you know, send me stuff. That's, I mean, not good for business as me, but also it's not really good for you guys because if I go around you know, being a dick to everyone out, all the companies that send me, you know, things that just aren't the best, then you end up with less stuff to see at the end of the day. So yeah, I hope you understand the line I'm trying to toe, and you know, I want to be as honest with you as I can. But I also don't want to be rude or offensive to you know, these people as well as the company. So I hope you understand, and I hope you at the very least kind of respect the honesty. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.